What's up?
Hello.
How's it going, everyone?
Good. How are you?
Welcome to Savage Sunday. We are running a little bit late. We apologize. We had some technical difficulties, as usual, with connections, but we are here. And with me today, I have Wichita, Kansas's Waking the Sleeper. How the hell are you?
Good. Thanks for having us.
You guys, thank you for making the time to be here. I know everyone's 2:00, Midwest time. That's right after a late Saturday night where we all get our asses handed to us in the music scene one way or another, or life. So I appreciate you guys being here and suffering with me also. Yeah, and Sarah, she just got dragged along.
Right.
So would you guys like to introduce yourselves, who you are in the band, what you play, what you're about?
Sure. What Will, you go first?
Hi, I'm William. I'm the bass player.
Hi, I'm Genny. I'm the guitar player.
I'm Miss Elizabeth. I'm keyboards and second vocalist.
And I'm Miss Raven, and I just kick ass.
She's the vocalist.
Fuck yeah. I love that answer. Hell yeah. And with me today also, of course, Miss Sarah Jacobs.
Hey, how's it going, babies?
Hi.
One of our newest Savages. She's been around a couple of months, and everyone knows her from just everywhere.
I don't know about that, but thank you.
Everywhere it's a Sarah takeover.
Everybody's starting to do my little witchy hat too, man.
You know how you guys like to do things on the fly. We just had Miss Amazing Max over here. She just got us some screwdrivers. So
Yeah.
cheers.
Cheers,
lovely.
And fly. I need a drink.
I might have to get some screwdrivers later now. Damn, I got some.
Everyone's getting a drink.
Right there.
I got pasta.
Hey, pasta. And I know how you are about your
I got
pasta.
meatballs.
Don't you do no ricotta cheese on that? She said.
Oh, don't get me started with the cut.
Okay.
Don't get me started with the ricotta cheese.
We're getting that vitamin C in. You know what I mean?
Don't invite for me.
All right.
So anyway, moving on. Are we missing anyone?
Yeah, we've got our lead guitarist Seth and our drummer Chris. Unfortunately, couldn't be here today. So I think one of them is working, and the other one is I think performing with his father right now.
Performing with his father.
Yeah. He does evangelist music stuff and kind of goes all over the world as well. So
that's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so that's cool. What kind of podcast does his dad do? Same thing?
Do what?
What kind of podcast does his dad do?
Oh, it's not a podcast.
No, he's a musician.
evangelist.
He's
They
an
perform
evangelist.
at different
Oh,
churches.
okay. I apologize for that.
Yeah, he's been doing that since he was. I think he said he was like 12 or 14 with his father. Yeah. It's pretty
That's
cool.
cool. That's cool. All right, well, guys, sorry you couldn't make it, but they can pop in at any time if they want to at least listen in or throw in some comments if they'd like. Say hello. They're more than welcome to. So, getting on with that, Sarah, you want to start?
Sure, babe. All right, you guys. How would you describe the style of your music that you create?
Badass.
Different.
Like what kind of genres, like influences?
So many different genres.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the opportunity to listen to even our first album, The Seven Deadly Sins, it's like 90 beats per minute song, slow, just pretty vocals, raspiness. And then you go to I think Let Me's like what? I don't even know what beats per minute
BPM it is, but it's fast.
It's fast, yeah, really fast. And so our style goes from anything just a soft rock to hardcore metal. So
I basically explain our genre as a roller coaster.
it is a roller coaster. You never quite know what to expect on each song that we come out with.
Yeah.
One could be hardcore, one could be meds, with kind of everything combined, and another one could just be a beautiful ballad. So I don't like being put in a box of that genre. I don't think any of us do.
No, in fact, we have so many different likes ourselves as personal musicians that I think that's what brings out so many different genres in our music that I feel not really, like you said, not really tied down to one genre or anything like that.
Right.
I know a lot of purists kind of don't dig that, but I think as a healthy person, it's good to entertain different styles of music.
And no matter what we do, because we do, each band has still a unique sound to them. Like if I start to sing, they know it's me. I mean, it's just kind of one of those voices that you just know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
think
get that.
many people sound like me, which is a good thing. There for a long time, I thought maybe I'm just too different. You know what I mean?
You know what? It's a blessing, though. It's a blessing.
Yeah,
Because if you got any
It's to be
enemies in the
different.
room and they hear your voice, they run.
Yeah.
right. So I mean, but it was kind of, so I guess as for the genre, we just kind of are all over the place. We're still metal, we're still rock, but we just kind of, no matter what it is, we feel it, and that's what we play. So every song that you hear from us, there's a feeling and a meaning behind it. It's just kind of who we are.
And as far as voices are concerned, there's three different unique voices right here that all kind of bring something new and different to the music.
I'm super excited about this new album to do that with, because I don't know if you guys ever heard of Amaranthi, but it's kind of almost like if you have those three different styles, right? So they come together and they do it really well. So that's kind of where we're going, but just in a whole different direction, if that makes sense. So it's going to be really amazing to see this happen and coming to fruition is pretty awesome.
Oh, for me,
That's
like
what
I
I
said, the
love it too.
brutality
I mean,
and melodic stuff, mix it together.
Oh, I love melodic.
I mean, it's like what Beth and Raven does vocal wise. Like I said, the brutality to melodic, it's something I haven't seen in any metal band that I've been in before, and have since. So I mean,
I know, and a lot of people. So my vocal styling, of course, is closer to like Evanescence, and she's still metal in the metal world. I mean, she's still kind of classified that way. And so when they started talking about, because you already had this very distinguished with a woman that is rare, right? And then you have this sound that's very he's strong. Yeah, he's got an alternative. He's got that rasp. He's got all of that. And then you take this new sound that you're adding on top of all that, which is this very sweet and clean and kind of an operatic kind of feel. And you lay that on top of that. A lot of people are like, I'm not sure that that's going to work, but it does very well. So,
yeah,
I have to agree.
Yeah, I love the different ranges of music. So when there's bands like you guys that are you're eclectic, you're very well rounded. That's the music. That's how I am. Because there's in my metalhead, absolutely. But and I have no problem telling people I grew up dancing. I grew up with hip hop, dance, and everything. That's what you follow what you were raised around. I was raised around Chubby Checker, Elvis, and and NWA or NWO, and fucking eventually Stevie B and shit like that. Once I heard Metallica, that was it. I just slowly started progressing from there. But I love it all.
Same.
Yeah, when you combine all of that, and then you got the opera voices that are thrown in the mix, it takes that shit to a whole different power level.
Yeah.
Intense. That is the best music to me. I absolutely love it. You guys got an amazing sound. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We kind of like what we do a lot.
thanks.
Not boring. That's for sure. I get bored easily.
That's for sure.
I like a variety.
Yeah, and it was funny.
Oh, you got a glitch.
This album, the Seven Deadly Sins, it was a concept album, right? And it's supposed to be kind of that daily journey we all go through. We're fighting against ourselves and who we're going to become, and who are we? And we're fighting against our own hatred, even towards ourselves. So then after we completed that, my label actually asked me, well, okay, so you already done your first album was a concept album. How are you going to even top that? And I said, do you know who the fuck I am? but this next album is actually going to be pretty cool, because the last song on the Seven Deadly Sins, shout out to our label, by the way, Rock Avenue Records. Love you guys. But they've been super supportive, which I think as a new band, we're not like on a full record deal or anything like that. And they're kind of a smaller label, but they're still amazing to us.
We love you, Lou.
They've helped us out so
love
much.
You, Marianne.
But this new album, the whole concept is the last song on the Seven Deadly Sins was Last Rites. And it was in 432, which is a frequency that there's different Earth frequencies that are healing or good for you. So this next album is actually called Frequencies, and every song is going to be in the Earth frequencies. So like Faden, that's in 528, which happens to be Will's number. In some of the pictures, you'll see numbers attached to us, which is just a cool concept we've all chosen. A frequency that we kind of attach to or resonate with. And each one of these songs that we're going to be creating on this album is going to be under whichever one of these frequencies we deem feels right.
All right, cool. Do you now Frequencies hasn't been released yet though, right?
No, not
Do you
till
need to
24.
play on that?
I know. So, but you get a taste of it through Faden,
Yeah.
of kind of how this album's kind of going to go.
All right, so you're just gonna tease people along the way.
Exactly.
No, you gotta tease them. That's how you bring them
Absolutely.
It's
Oh,
all,
you figured
it's
our
all
plot
about,
out, did
it's
you?
all about the
in. No,
foreplay.
I'm the same way. Once I got you.
Right?
You're mine.
Yep. Get over here. I'm gonna have to go Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We all just went left. Everyone's going game shows now. It's great.
Love
Well, I'm
it.
definitely looking forward to it. How many times you gonna tease us?
What was that?
How many times you gonna tease us before you drop the album?
Oh, well, you know,
You
you
were
kind of get
giving
it
me
going,
Yeah.
and when you think
drink
it's
body.
done and you're gonna walk away, then we're gonna smack that ass.
You
You're on something.
Ah, I'm ready, baby. Do it.
I'm a hard pitch to beat, cracking.
With it.
All right.
Real good. No explain.
I love it. The
Yeah,
shit's already going left. We're not even 15 minutes in. We're all going left.
I don't know, early 24. We'll give you that when the whole album will be out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I enjoy getting smacked and whipped, so I'll enjoy that ride the whole way.
All right. All right.
Everyone's like, all
That's
right.
just playing your music as a Mortal Kombat character.
Yes.
It's Scorpion. Get over here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, go ahead, hon.
Okay. Where have you guys performed, and what is your favorite venue?
Ooh. We performed all over the United States. I think we've been in, I want to say, was it like how many states? Like,
Oh, I haven't even counted.
it's like 18 or 20 of the states.
Lower 48, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then as for
Favorite
the
venue.
favorite venue, oh my gosh. It would have been Blue Ridge Rock
It
Festival.
would have been. Oh my gosh. I took a picture of that stage.
Yeah,
It
it
was
would
so
have been, yeah.
fun. So jazzed.
Yeah, unfortunately, Saturday and Sunday
I'd
got
have to
canceled.
say-
That would probably been one of our biggest performances ever.
Yes.
But you know, even with everything that happened, we went out. We met so many amazing people out there, and we just gave away our merch at that
Yeah.
point. We just walked
Aw.
around and just was giving away merch.
Yeah,
And-
we
People
had a
needed shirts
blast.
to wear.
Yeah.
because you know this was our opportunity to really kind of show people, especially on the East Coast, because this is our first time being out there, you know. And West Virginia has been the furthest we've ever been, which was Metal in the Mountains, and that was in 2019.
Cool.
And
It's
then
cool you guys brought something positive to it, you know,
we
because there
did.
was so
And-
much
oh, yeah.
negative
it was
things.
fun. You know what? I'll tell you a funny story. Even though I'm a metal singer, we walked by this really cool area that had just a bunch of people camped outside with like 6 acoustic guitars. And one of the guys noticed who I was. And so I started talking and we started giving away stuff. And the other guy says, sing with me. And I was like, oh, what are we going to sing? And he's like, let's do Purple Rain and Bluegrass style.
Nice.
You guys have that on footage?
No, but you know what? That was the most fun. I swear to God, that was the most fun.
I wish I
Yeah.
was there. Oh, that
But that's what it's about.
That kind of
You know?
styling show, I would have to say, on the way to Blue Ridge, when we stopped in that gas station and I grabbed the acoustic guitar in the middle of getting our gas,
That
and
was
we did a show, and
Oh,
ended
that's
up,
right, we did. Yeah.
Impromptu.
Impromptu
We're
in
in
the
the
middle
gas
of-
station, and
yeah, we performed Faden, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
we were in Missouri,
Acoustically,
right?
yeah.
We were in Missouri, and
Somewhere
there's a
around
bunch of people in there, and they're like
Missouri,
trying to
yeah.
figure out who we are because we had all of our stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you're a band," and we're like, "Yeah." And so he starts playing and strumming, and the next thing I know, we're all singing, and the guys are and we
Going
had
back into the liquor store and buying a bunch of
yeah,
shots for
they
us
bought
all
us
and
a bunch of
everything.
shots. And we had
Yeah.
That's awesome. An impromptu show, like right on the spot. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
another
awesome.
thing, you know, the band as a whole right now is all mainly newer members now, except for Raven and I, of course, being the old school characters in this
The
group,
OGs.
the OGs. So as far as gigs, you know,
OGs.
we've only done a few small handfuls on our way out here. But I'd say as far as our shows, as far as the past, it would probably be like the Nerd Bar in Las Vegas was one of my faves.
Yeah.
Just because of the atmosphere. It was basically a old school arcade and bar put together in the middle of old school Las Vegas. And I mean,
You
right
have
in the
pinball
back.
machines.
Yeah, they had all the old school video games. They even had a bowling alley in the middle of it all. And right in the back of the room we were performing in, there was like a life-size Jabba the Hutt sitting right behind the couch.
He's a big Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
Did you guys get a picture by it?
Oh, and they had all the old school. They had a Terminator full size.
Yeah.
They had a whole bunch of stuff like that. It was a great environment.
I know which one it is for me.
Where would it be?
The Dark Side stage. Shout out to Chris. At
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. That was amazing. We got to play 3 years in a row, like literally when we first came out as a band. All right, it was Naomi from Honest Brutality on Rock Rage. She actually, me and her met, and this girl was an amazing supporter of us when we first started. And she talked with Chris because they were doing Bands Against Bullying, which was in Neosho, Missouri at that year. And she's like, Chris, you got to listen to this new band. They would be amazing to start this. And that's exactly what we did. And he put us on Rocklahoma that very first year. So we played 3 years in a row. So yeah, it would be Dark Side stage. And that was pretty amazing. That kind of helped us. I think, any kind of, stages or festivals or, promotion, it helps you as a brand new band and getting out there. I mean, I've been doing music for like 20 years or so, but I didn't really get into doing this as a full-time thing or touring as a band till like it would be 17. Yeah, is when we first started.
What was our first show that we met you, Will?
I was actually, in 2017, we got to play the Ridge Theater, and I was playing with a band Without Sacrifice at the time. Yeah, Ridge Theater.
We played with Without Sacrifice. Without Sacrifice.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, they're Without Sacrifice was actually a Kansas band, but they relocated to Texas, and I was in the Texas whatever version of it. And that's how I met Raven, and down. So
yeah, and then I just snatched him up and kidnapped him and put him in our basement. But he's okay now. He's okay. We fed him.
The scars of you.
He was
willingly
good. You took good care of him.
I want to apologize to everyone right now that I'm missing.
I never threw me the damn dungeon.
They're really hurting you. You can let us know.
That depends on the dungeon. I'm just saying.
Just say pineapple.
Yeah. I might cringe when you say
what might be unacceptable to some are very acceptable to others.
Pineapple.
Sarah's like, I'm innocent. Oh, yeah, I know.
Not
for long, bitch. Not for long. I want to apologize that my Wi-Fi has been cutting in and out, as you guys saw. So I'm missing some of what you're saying, and I apologize. And every time it blacks out, I take a bite of pasta. Okay.
You're making me hungry. Stop it.
Every time it happens, it'll be an extra spanking. That's all. It won't be hard. It'll be a little hard.
I'll make this shit black out every 3 seconds. Raven, I think you and I need to meet.
I want to meet Raven. I meant to whenever.
Sooner than later. Sarah?
What's up?
Anything else, sweetheart, or can I jump in?
You go ahead, sweetie.
All right. Savage takeover. All right, so tell us about the birthing of Waking the Sleeper. I mean, I know you told us how when you actually met William, at least from what I caught before I got kicked out of my own shit. Yeah. What is the story behind you guys? Tell us about your birthing.
Well, at the time I was in my baby band that I had started, which was Apparition, and I had met Sean, and we kind of started a little bit with Apparition, and then we came back together and really talked about, you know what, because at that time I was like, kind of taking Apparition as far as I feel like I could, and he had been kind of absent from the music scene for a while. And he's super phenomenal as a musician, very talented. Don't ever tell him I said that.
I won't say a damn thing.
But, so we got together and we kind of talked about what do we want. And a funny story, when we first started this, we were like, we don't need a band members. We can have like literally Sesame Street or something like that be our band members. We'll just put like Animal up there on the drums. We'll put,
Get
like,
in a Big Bird, throw an Oscar the Grouch. We'll make
Yeah,
it.
don't forget Oscar. That's the Grouchy one.
I would wear a Cookie Monster outfit. Who cares, But no, we finally did decide that we were going to go with the full band, and that was in late 16, like December. We found members at that time, and then it was probably March. I threw everybody into a 6-month tour. And they were just like, I basically said, okay, we're going to sink or swim. Either going to like each other or we're not. And so it worked. And we ended up taking off from there. And it was just kind of, we're going to do this. If we're going to do this, let's do this. So that's kind of how it birthed. But the whole name of it, like I was telling him, I'm not quite sure, how to get across that, the world is some parts of it is going to shit. And even back then, there were so many things going on.
It's for Cookie. It's good.
You come join us, girl.
I couldn't resist. Go ahead. Sorry, hon.
I love it.
I'm like, where's this bitch going?
We got my cookies.
I love it.
I love it. Yeah. Next time we meet, you have that on. I'll do something.
I'll probably have to give it to
See,
you.
this is
sweetie.
why females are
They made it.
in the middle, right?
But no, so it was more of like a waking up the world to what's going on around them. And so that was really kind of the basis of the whole name of
Wake up and start thinking for yourself, because if you let others, you'll be led astray.
Yeah.
And see, and I was going to ask that because the term waking the sleeper, there's a lot of derivatives to that and things that are attached. So, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so you like waking up sleep yourself or
you guys
something?
in your own path, or if it had anything to do with like the World of Warcraft, and there's like multiple things that are attached to it. And who else was there? The Burning Crusades from history. There's like a lot of things attached to this. So I was just like, I definitely, that's a boring question to ask bands.
Yeah.
When you hear a name like that, you want to know that story because there's other stories to a term like that, to that name.
Right.
Yeah. It's really just being real with yourself and, just waking up to what's truly going on, and stop doing what everybody else thinks that you need to do. Do what you need to do. Do what's right for you and yours. Because if you come to a point to where you're just doing what others want you to do, how are you truly ever going to be happy?
Exactly.
The point you're a slave.
Who's really controlling your life, you or someone else? Do you?
Yep.
That's what I love about Fran and I too. We're both very open with each other and express different ideas and stuff.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. If doing you pisses other people off, then you know who to not have in your life. Simple as that.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
It's great to talk to people with differences.
I love the fact that you guys have this platform, specifically because it does focus on women within the metal world, because it is something that, not that our men are not extremely talented, but it feels like there is like
a stigma.
Yeah. That
even still,
yeah,
it's one of those things. Like I had to fight for 8 years in one venue just to be turned up to the same sound level as other vocalists.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And even the fans would come up to the sound guy and be like, we saw you turn her down, turn her back up.
Yeah.
Just you think that people would be like, oh yeah, it's got to be so easy being a female in metal world, and it's
No,
not
the
because
fuck it's not.
a lot of them
Right.
don't.
You know what? Let's have this conversation. We mentioned it.
do
Let's
it.
talk about this.
Yeah,
Yep.
Women in the music scene goes more than just beyond the musicians.
it
Yeah.
does.
We can go different directions. So let's
Yeah.
go continue with your story, because me and Sarah got some stories on that one too. We're not going to
Yeah.
take forever, but we'll brief it up.
It is, it's just very difficult to kind of build yourself up into that scene because, I was the only female doing what I did for years in
Here
this scene.
in this area.
And,
Wow.
but what's funny is that, like, because she's my sister, she'd come to a lot of the shows or go karaoke in with me or whatever the situation might be. She'd have people be like, that's a dude. That's got to be a dude. Girls don't do that,
Yeah.
And she'd be like, I witnessed her have her 5 babies. I think that's a girl.
Yeah.
That's not,
Wow.
So it happens.
But just even being taken seriously, because the other part of the stigma is you got what you got because you got this, right? And we have to have this in order for anybody to even take us seriously. The days of the 70s where ugly people made great music doesn't exist any longer. So
No.
It does too. I'm doing it.
I'm just saying.
Well, you ain't ugly.
I
There's
love you. You're such a doll.
Love it.
Oh, I gotta tell you. I'm not gonna say who it is, but I think you girls would really appreciate what I was trying to do. We had one of our first interviews with another podcast, one of the first ones. So I had this. Well, me and somebody else in the band had a bright idea that we're going to go into my big jet full bathtub, and I dressed up as Deadpool.
She shut down the interview.
She shut down the interview.
She was like,
until you guys can be serious. And I was like, I just kind of like crouched down below the.
I love it. Oh my God.
Come on now.
Like, we're a metal band. What part of that don't you understand?
I know, and when she was like kind of cussing us out, I was like, and still in my Deadpool attire, and she's like, I just don't think you guys are being serious enough about this, and I was like,
Being too serious is boring, man.
exactly right.
yeah.
You want to sound like you're reading stereo instructions, and you gotta stick up your ass.
Handle
You
it.
can't get to stick out of your ass, man. It's not
She
entertaining
took us
at
how to
all.
stick up her ass. I don't know what her problem was. Oh my God.
You know what? I hope she enjoys those splinters. Fuck that stick.
So she's like, I'm gonna come back and she's like, I'm gonna come back in 10 minutes when you guys can gather yourself. I swear to you, every one of us was like this.
I'd be
Be
like,
like,
I'm
so-
out of here, man. You
Yeah, be like, so
suck.
this interview's done. Peace. If you can't be yourself,
Right?
there's no
Right.
point. Yeah. it's
Oh
like-
my God, my label, they called us and they were like, what did
What
you
did you
do?
do?
What did you do? And I was like, no.
Well, Sean and
What
I
do you
had
do, Raven?
I
I
was
said,
sexy
I
Deadpool, man.
said, hold on, I'll tell you what I did. So then I got the mask and I just threw him on the phone. I was like, this is all I did. And then he died laughing. He was like, oh my God. And I was like, we were just trying to give her a little happiness in her
Yeah.
life.
Right.
I am definitely a firm believer of going against the grain.
Me
Right?
too.
Tell
I've
you not
always
to
been
do
a rebel.
something, the minute they say you're not supposed to do this, this is not what's done, is exactly when the fuck I do it.
That's what I was going to do at Blue Ridge, too. I was
Right?
going to dress up in my Deadpool outfit and I was going to roll onto the Blue Ridge stage and I was going to grab the mic and be like, hey, what's up? You know,
Okay.
and
This is sexy as hell.
I'm gonna say about this.
It would've been
It's
awesome.
Star Wars.
you could have
I
dressed
tell
up
you what I
as
should have done. I should have bought my 11 big mask.
Oh
Okay,
my
back to
God.
the subject.
But
The females in metal. I know I am not a female in metal. Shut up.
Are you sure about that? No, just kidding.
I at
He's in the
first,
middle.
when I first started getting with Raven, did realize I was going up against something in my own town, as far as putting a female as your front. And there's been some that done it in this town before, but they weren't anything that really went too far than just a catch thing. And I think it is very, very. I saw firsthand how hard it is to succeed in metal by being in a metal band with a female. You know, especially the one is strong-minded. I'm being nice.
Like that. That's
And
good.
just-
You're still here.
You got to
Yes,
realize
man.
everything. I've dealt with her the longest, and I love her. Anyway, but yes, I realize how hard it was, and I know. I'll ask Will over here. I'm looking in the right direction. Yeah. How did you feel about getting into a metal band with a female as the front? I mean, it was. I got by some of my other musician friends. I got told, you're not going to go anywhere with that because of what you're doing with the female, right? Because that's not really cool.
That's when I said, hold my fucking beer.
It's just a fad right
You
now.
say, hold my beer, yeah.
One of them specifically was just telling me that if a female being in front of metal is being a fad right now. It won't last long.
It's always been here.
And I looked at him and I said, well, I've always said, hold my beer, watch me what I do. If you doubt me, I'll prove you wrong.
Right.
And
Hello.
I'm helping that one do the same thing. So
Female metal sneakers now.
that,
What were you
for
gonna
a
say?
female in the middle, I think that's my answer.
Well, what were you gonna say?
It doesn't intimidate me. Like I said, I've been in female friended metal bands, but not to the point of being professional and charismatic as Raven is. It's just Raven's. Oh my god,
I'm boring as fuck. I don't know something.
But I will tell you,
Well,
so like even within the family unit, because we have a pretty big family. When she first started going down this path, she had so much resistance where people were like, you need to be doing what Elizabeth is doing. You need to, like they put all these stigmas on when things needed to happen and how she needed to fit within the box, right? And
I don't like boxes.
I know you don't. And the very first time I went and saw them perform, I was like, I don't care what anybody else in our family is saying. You keep doing this because this is phenomenal. I've never seen anybody do what you're doing.
Oh,
Just keep doing this because
Wow.
this is you. So
you made me cry. Stop
don't
it.
cry.
Stop it.
Don't cry.
Got your sister for backup.
There's no crying in metal.
Yeah.
Dude,
I cry.
No, we can cry in metal if we want to.
I cry metal.
Yes.
I cry metal. Yeah. I cry.
Tears of blood. That's all that matters.
That's right.
Tears of blood. So, but yeah, no, for the, the women, it is more accepted. It is more of a common base. It's very more, it's much more common today than it was 25 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
And it is becoming more of a normal thing, but we are still fighting for our position in the metal scene, regardless.
Right.
And me doing what I'm doing, Savage Ladies in Metal. We actually just turned 5 years old 3 days ago.
Happy birthday.
Everyone's like, why didn't you announce it? I'm like, oh. Yay.
Proud of your baby, man.
That's
Come a
awesome.
long way.
That's how I see it. But,
Hi, Mario.
You never ask a metal female show what
right?
Hey, Mario.
So, but being a female, I started this. The story of the Savages, actually, none of this podcasting, booking, everything I'm doing now was never in the plans. I wanted nothing to do with any of it, but it just kept growing. I kept going. I'm just like, fuck it, let's do it. Fuck it, let's do it. It started out as the music was helping me recover from a major car accident. That's the story of how when Savages actually began, was during my massive recovery from a really bad car accident. And I wanted nothing to do with booking. I wanted nothing to do with podcasts and interviews. And here I am. And it's just like, okay, what's next? And I'm finding out I have a fucking hidden talent like a motherfucker, and apparently a mouth that works really well.
Like, yeah.
And this all became a real thing, and it became a part of me, and that's why I want to keep doing more and more for the scene, more and more for the scene, but as a female, I'm still getting a lot of this bullshit this is still a very sexist fucking industry.
Yeah, it is.
Very fucking sexist. There's a lot of people who are accepting it, but there's still a lot more fucking assholes out there, and I'm going to call it out. And I've been told so many times.
You need to be like 100 pounds, and blah blah blah. And that's when I get a cheeseburger and eat it right in front of them. And go, you said what? I'm sorry.
Yeah. I tell people I didn't get this ass by eating salad. Give me a fucking burger. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. All right.
Is that what it is?
It's not just the body size. It's just in general.
Right?
I was given a lot more shit because I'm not a musician. And before Savages for 15 years, something like that, I was on the back end. I was, it started out where I was just hanging out and partying with the scene, because I knew all the right people and shit like that. But after going year after year after year, you start helping your friends out. You start helping people out who are actually more involved. And then it becomes a part of you. It becomes a part of you. What you think you're just helping out your friends, you don't even realize you're being trained for Savage Ladies of Metal. What's here today? It's like I would have never thought. And when I started the Savages and I started showing interest that I wanted to do more than just, help out with shows and give people to acknowledge more shows that are going on, is when I started getting the shit. Everyone started telling me, why don't you start taking off your clothes? Why don't you start dressing half naked? Why don't you show off your tits more? Why don't you do this? You'll grab more attention. And what the fuck am I grabbing more attention for? My tits and my ass or my talent?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I do
it, even if you do like dress like up, then also
I don't mean to call the ladies
like, if I want to show a little cleavage, it's because I want to do it, not because somebody else told me to.
Yeah,
exactly. And I tell I don't need to, I'm not against women who are all strong, very strong about themselves doing them. Get it, girls, get it. I'm 100% for it, but it's not me.
Right.
That's not who I am. And who am I going to be taken seriously by, in the music? Am I going to be taken seriously because I actually want to help the scene, or because I want to show off my body?
Right.
I want you to know the hell's running through here and coming out here, not the rest of it. That has nothing to do with what I want to do for the scene. And I'm a strong, firm believer in that. So now, because I'm not a singer, so you don't want to
on the same level as you, and in a sense of we're females, and like you're talking about how like it's already difficult. We've come a long ways, but it's still difficult. What about our younger girls? What kind of what are you giving them? What are they seeing? What when you have younger females that are like, I want to be like that when I grow up, or her like when I grow up. What type of influence is going to be your legacy? What do you want them to look back and go, this is why I wanted to be her? It takes more than just a look or any of that. It's the power in your message, what you do, and how you act. So all of those things I think are impactful. And I think if more singers in general would do that, especially our men, like if they would take that same kind of stance, and what is this doing to our younger generation, and how if they look up to me and they see me do great things for maybe even our women, or do great things for society, it would just impact so much more of the next generation, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I will tell you, one of the things that we had happen to us at Blue Ridge, which was probably one of the most powerful, it was for me. So people didn't know, but they had ran out of space as far as where the musicians were supposed to all be, because we were all supposed to be together, right? So there was a bunch of us that were put in an overflow lot that was right behind the ADA. So we were sitting right in the thick of it with all of the normal people that were there, right?
We're kind of set behind, but if they would have looked, they would have realized that there was a bunch of bands.
Well, so we're walking, because we, of course, had to use the same toilets and everything else as everybody else that's around us. And so we would walk down and go get our stuff and everything, and we'd be walking back up. Well, so you had the ADA that was here, and we were here, and then there was a bunch of family ones that were back behind, and so they would walk down this big path that we would walk along.
Everyone glitched.
We're walking up this path, and there's this huge family, and this daughter starts screaming bloody murder, and and I'm talking no makeup, hair pulled up. We'd been sweating in 93 degree heat. It was rough, and we're walking up the thing, and she's like screaming bloody murder, and she's like, Mom, she's like, I don't know why they're here, but that's the ladies from Waking the Slaver, Mom, the people I've been listening to all week. And I mean, just going, she's like 11 or 12 years old. Oh. And so we just come up and we're like, okay, so you know who we are? And they're like, and then of course kind of got a little starstruck. Well, I'm like, I get starstruck with some of the others, like I ran into some of the ladies and I'm like, I'm fangirling right now. I know that that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. We're taking pictures. I don't care. And so I am standing there with her. We're taking pictures. We're doing all this stuff. And the mom was like, the fact that you guys were just so down to earth and cool is probably the most amazing thing for this girl, because you don't even understand. And we're just like, you do what you need to do. Like if you want to get into music and metal and do whatever, do it, because nobody can tell you what your path is supposed to be other than you.
Yeah.
And then we got her a signed picture and everything. And totally made that. Her parents said that made her day, but it made our day. We were just like, this was incredible.
Yeah.
So that was the highlight for me for Blue Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that whole highlight.
I'm so sorry.
I saw you.
It was a little girl who recognized who we were, and we were able to meet her and give her, signed poster and things like this.
Pictures.
And, just
I'll
made her
remember
day.
that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
You
say,
guys will be forever like on her mind from here until the end of time,
Oh, yeah.
Wow. That's really
I wanted to ask you guys about Rock Ridge too. I know it got canceled for the weekend because of weather, as usual. July is a horrible time of year for anyone. It really is, especially if you're like in a general Midwest area. You never know what's going to happen with those damn storms. It's just always chaotic. I know you guys were set to play on Sunday, weren't you?
Yeah, we were supposed to open the main stage on Sunday.
Yeah.
And what is that? That was the
Zen stage.
Zen or Zen? The Zen stage, right?
Yeah.
BYM stage, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to open up Sunday night or Sunday, the Sunday show. When did they actually cancel the event though?
Well,
Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah, it was midday Saturday because we had the service there was terrible, and one of the towers got hit by lightning on Thursday. So I mean, we did go through a little crazy hurricane there.
Yeah, it
holding
was
down
like legit
we
on
were
Thursday
in our
night.
tents, holding everything up.
Yeah,
and it was
reminding
crazy.
me of Tornado Homa.
Yeah, Tornado Homa. Yeah,
You're like in your tent while the chaos is like right outside. See, I
Well,
love that. I love that shit. I'm a storm chaser.
Will getting beat.
Yeah, my tent got destroyed.
I like it too. Like I'll sit in the garage. Like we had a really crazy one like come through, but but my nephew and I are out in the garage just watching it. I'm like, oh honey, we better go in because it's starting to go like this. Let's get the
it literally took one of the tents, threw it up against the truck, and if the truck hadn't been there, and we had one of our members inside it trying to hold it together, but if it hadn't gone against the truck, that tent and him would have been gone. It was crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Be like, bodies need to stay in those tents. Hold it down.
Right? Yeah, it was pretty crazy. We lost 2 tents.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Took on a whole new
gosh.
level.
How's that going through my freaking head?
So bad, for real. Because
Guess what? After all this is happening up on the stage.
Yeah.
Oh crap! I better get my test supposed to be gone, and it was.
It was just dismantled, and we tried to salvage it and hold up one side, and then by the time he got back, it just got destroyed, and then he tried to put it back up, and then it got destroyed again, and it was.
Wow. That was a whole different level of entertainment.
Yeah,
that was entertainment on a whole different level.
Saturday was a beautiful day. Like I really wish. I mean, and Sunday we were there until about 2:00.
We know, and I'm just gonna in code say this. We know it wasn't all just because of weather.
Yeah,
I'll just say that why it got canceled. But which sucks. But it is what it is,
because that was a big thing for us.
Yeah,
there's always the rumors that leak out.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys got some positive things to put behind it. That's really cool. You grabbed some of that from it, and which is really.
Were you guys able to still do your meet and greets with the fans?
No.
That's why we gave away all of our stuff.
That's why we went out and just started walking.
Yeah.
Started meeting people and
You guys.
So what does the fest do with that? I mean, are the tickets good for the day that it's canceled? Are they still good? Are they good for 2024? Or is it just
we don't know? We haven't even had the opportunity to talk with them yet. I would love for the opportunity to do it again. I really would. Just because even with all that, we're banned. We understand. Things happen.
Right.
I'd still love to get that opportunity to show everybody who we are over there. And put on a damn good show. You know what I mean?
I mean, I think that'd be really cool because Blue Ridge has there's a lot of shit that's being said still.
Yeah.
And for them to give back to the bands as a message to get out to the bands and say, hey, you know what? This and this might be the case, and we do it this way, even though a lot of people are against it. we're going to take care of the bands that were here that were meant to hit that stage. We are going to bring them back for 2024 because that was beyond our control, beyond our, beyond anything we
That's
had
what
anything
they
to
should
do with.
definitely do.
We are bringing them back. Bring back all of Sunday's show. Make it for 2024.
They should
Every
also
band,
though be
invite
paying
them
for their
back.
gas, sorry, and all that stuff. Sorry.
You know,
Yeah,
that would be amazing for Blue Ridge to do that for the
money.
bands.
We were out a lot of money. And a lot of people think we got paid for that. We did not.
We did not.
We did not. Everything was out of our own pockets. So it was, a little hard financially. And, we've been saving to do this,
For a year.
So, it really sucked. There was no compensation. There was no nothing. So we honestly, we understand things happen, but, we're still the little guy, as a band. So, for us, this was huge. So, I agree with you. If there's an opportunity for them to bring us back, maybe make sure that we can get, a spot that has like a hookup. Because that was my big thing, get us, a spot that has a hookup with electricity. We're girls. We need to still be able to get ready and look stage ready.
Yeah.
We're having to do this in 98-degree
Even
weather.
the guys are wearing makeup now like it's normal. It's completely normal for the guys. They gotta look pretty too.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Especially this one right here. This one. We call him the girl, the grip.
But no, that would be an amazing step if they did that, with a lot of the shit that's talked about Blue Ridge and not just them, but multiple fests, and I'd be like, you know what? Show that there's an incentive. Invite those bands back. No extra charge to get the pay to play bullshit, which, you know, but I know the band's got to do what they got to do, which sucks. You guys are like, it's a catch-22. It's a bullshit fucking thing.
That's how we can go out there.
And you know what?
And people like
show some incentive. If Blue Ridge can show that incentive and show that they really are there for the bands and the fans, then invite Sunday back.
Yeah. And you know what?
When we were there, without extra charges, without extra fees, give the bands back what was taken from them because of nature. I think
make them the fucking headliner.
I think that would be a strong thing to do.
Well, hopefully people show up again.
I said make them the headliner so that the bigger bands can get, but I don't know. You never know.
Well, that was the thing. Like we could have gotten to meet Bad Omens, Chevelle, Limp Bizkit, because that was on stage, and we would have been able to meet these people, their PRs, their reps, missed out opportunity to network, possibly get on a tour with these bands, so.
Yeah, the bigger bands got to miss their opportunity to see us and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So who was
we tried to play an impromptu show that I think it was Heart, Sick, and some other bands. Scars Remain. They were our neighbors, by the way. Scars Remain.
Amazing guys.
Yeah, amazing guys. And we they did an impromptu show, and we tried to get on that, but they just didn't have time for us. So we were like, okay, but it would have been really cool if we could have been able to do.
Do you guys all talk behind the scenes, like on Messenger or anything with them, just to try to connect?
Yeah, I've talked with Scars Remains. Tommy knocked I Prevail's windows. They know it was me now. Sorry, guys.
Cool.
We got to meet a couple of like really cool bands that we've been actually talking about, like if we do get to go out on tour. So like we talked to Scars Remains about that. We did also talk about Dying Oath.
Yeah, I'd love to go out with Dying Oath. I love Mindy.
Amazing.
I want to see Mindy.
That would be like, we've been talking back and forth as far as that one. That would be an amazing one too.
Yeah.
You even got to talk to Raven Black when she was here, and we talked about.
Me and her been friends for a while though, so we've talked about doing shows together for a few years now. So I obviously want to put something together, but we just kind of have our options right now. We're kind of keeping them open and seeing what the best course of action is, especially with the timing of the album, because that's kind of our main concern right now is getting that album finished and put out by early 24.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Let's talk about the album. I feel like I can just keep talking to you guys. We're gonna go more than an hour. I'm okay with this if you're okay with it. I'm in no hurry. So if you guys are game for going longer than an hour, we can easily do this because so much stuff.
I'm good with it.
Sure.
Sometimes I might have a smoke break.
You know what? I'm not even thinking about it. Every time my shit glitches, I take a bite of pasta.
Video.
Oh yeah, you still need to do our video. I'm so sorry.
Shut up a little more.
I should just carry my phone out there.
Right?
I could do that again.
Yeah, let's talk about the album. Okay, so you got the album Frequencies is coming out sometime in 2024. And the first single you just released in, when was it, August?
July.
July. Late July. It's only been out for maybe a month and a half, 2 months now.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's the song Fadin'. And that it's moving pretty quick. You guys have had some pretty good views already.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're over 2,000 views. We're pretty excited about that. I was like, I know that's not huge for some, but that's huge for us. So
right.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, 2,000.
That's the way it all begins.
Yes.
3 months, that ain't bad at all.
Exactly. You got to start it out, and then you got people like me who are more than happy to help push that out there also.
Me too.
Yeah.
I got you back.
And just to let you know, the interview is viewable even after we're live. It is permanently up there. It is saved. It is recorded, and people can catch it whenever. So just keep saying, hey, in case you missed the interview, here it is.
Right.
You know?
Go check it out.
That's what I've been trying to do. I try to put them back up too after, the fact and stuff.
Yeah. So now I actually do have the video fading, and I would love to play it.
All right.
With your permission. Now give me a moment. Like I told you, I had some updates done on my computer, so I got to kind of fucking find a back door to get this open, but I didn't. I figured it out. But I would love to play that, and give me a moment.
okay.
While you're doing that, I'll just tell you, Satan is out.
There it goes.
Oh, I gotta take this off. Hold on. It's good. Where's that? Like I said, the little backdoor thing, I gotta get it out of there. Unblock everyone. All right, I gotta figure out the little back door that I gotta open up so I don't have to deal with all this one by one shit. But
Right.
dude, that song was badass. I love your voice, girl. I love your voice. I understand. I got a deep ass voice too, and you carry that shit. I sound like a dying owl when I try
Oh.
Which is not gonna happen with me. I don't know. I can't carry it.
Your guys' vocals definitely complement each other. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So
Hey,
tell us about Fading. What was the story behind it? What's the concept behind that song?
It really started from a friend of mine who had a really bad addiction. And I basically wrote this song about how no matter how much you fall, in the end of it, show them who you are. Show yourself who you are. Don't let it win. You can stand up to whatever demons are attacking you. So that's pretty much the basis of the song.
The addition that I added to it kind of complemented that, because at that time when her and Sean approached me and asked me if I would be willing to move in this direction, for a very long time, again, it goes back to being told that you have to do a certain thing a certain way and you have to sound a certain sound. And, everybody kept saying, you need to learn how to put a little more gravel in your voice. You need to do this, you need to do that. And I was at the point that I was actually going to just walk away from music. I thought, you know what, at this point, maybe I'm just not good enough. And they were like, no, you don't even understand like how amazing your voice is. It just needs to be in the right group. And then they were saying, based upon that, come and join us. Yeah, come and join us.
Let's do it. And whatever we create, people are either going to love it, or they're going to hate it, but we're going to love it. So as long as we're doing something,
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted by your drinks. We need to get her here.
Right? Where's my screwdriver?
Yeah.
Go buy some vodka later now, just because of you guys.
Yeah. So for me, it was about not allowing people to actually let you fade away into society. Stand up for yourself. Do what you need to do, and don't listen. Don't pay attention to the screwdrivers. Oh my gosh.
She's like, I don't know where to put it. It's on the camera angle.
We're not even sharing. What the hell, man?
Go on.
Got it. Okay.
It's in your hand. It's last place.
I'm done now.
Oh, okay.
I'm done.
Well, and for me, it was the transition from being the keyboardist of this band, and to being the guitarist and rhythm of this whole melody line of it all.
Like I said, he's multi-talented. Like between these two, actually, because all three of us are pianists. Pianists. Why is that such a weird
piano
word?
players? I'll say that.
Anyway,
Keyboard players.
I like pianist. Pianist is.
I like
we're all right. All three of us play the piano. These two play amazing violin, cello. I mean,
all classically trained, basically.
Yeah. And of course, me and our mother, she's a music teacher and a band teacher. So, like, growing up with that, music was just kind of in our blood. And with him, he really didn't have a whole lot of music in your family, but he just was that person that was just really good at it.
It kept me out of being ADD.
I swear to God, he's Ozzy Osbourne's son. I swear to God.
I thought you said.
Did I hear that right? Wait, what?
I know. I was like, you think it's Ozzy Osbourne's what?
You know what? You know what though?
Black Sabbath played my mom and dad's club 9 months before I was born.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
And
that's what got me in the middle.
But anyway,
Kevin.
What about you, Will? How's your musical history? Is it something that's in the family, or that you were raised into, or it just happened on your own?
Excuse me again?
She's asking Will. No. Wake up, Will.
Where are you, Will?
Will.
I'm awake.
Hey.
Back to Black Sabbath.
We're there.
My first experience in metal was actually 9 years old. My brother was big into Iron Maiden and Metallica and Ozzy. I staked in his room one day and saw Bark at the Moon tape and just early age, it's crazy. Like, yeah, it's crazy. And like I said, as a growing up in a family, my brother and sister, they're all freaking metal. I couldn't get away with it. They kind of faded out with them as far as, you know, what they would listen to in metal. Me, I just like when I got the music bug. Me, it was Cliff Burton when I first heard Metallica's Orion. Wanted me to pick up bass, and I was like, this is what I want to do for my life. This is what I want to do. I want to go play. I want to perform.
And he's an amazing performer. Like when we're doing that video, we call it the monkey dance, but it's like, you know, because he doesn't have the metal hair. He does this whole thing. Oh my God. No, he has this presence, and he's just like, look at me, and I'm just like, do your monkey dance, do it. Like, oh my gosh, we had so much fun.
I gotta see the monkey dance. We gotta see this
monkey
shit.
dance. Do it. Come on, Will.
There we go.
I love it.
He's doing the monkey stomp.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be running from barrel.
I know we should rename you, Will, the Kong.
The Kong.
The Kong.
That is your stage name now.
The Kong.
And we'll reference it back to this show. Right
You got, you know what? You got to walk on stage. If you're gonna do the Kong while you're live, you got to be holding a Barbie doll, like Kong holding.
I love it.
Yes,
a little blonde in a red dress.
Right. For me, like I said, it's like, for me, it's like, so I'm really kind of shy and reserved when I'm not on stage. When I go on stage, I'll flip a switch. It's like anything I do when I do scare acting. I flip a switch. I'm a different person.
He's gonna do the Kong stomp. That's what he's gonna do.
I'm gonna do the Kong stomp.
The Kong stomp. It's a thing now.
It's a new thing, man. Check it out.
That is great. So because you don't have the hair, you got the Kong stomp. I like that. That's too funny. Sarah, you want to go ahead and ask him anything, hon?
Yeah, sure. Let me figure out where I'm at here. When and where is your next show?
November 18th. We're doing a home show finally. We haven't done a home show in so long because we've been kind of preparing for all this, traveling other places. But we're going to be here in Wichita, Kansas. We're at the Jukebox. And it's going to be our very first show. We kind of made a promise to one of the venue owner that our first show here in town would be with them. So that's what we're doing. And we got Odds Against playing with us. They're another hometown favorite. So it should be an amazing show. We're going to probably pack the hell out of this place because I think the capacity is like 150, 200. And the last time I did a show in town, it was packed out. So it's going to be a really good time.
All right, Raven. I am marking my calendar for that one because you guys know you are from where I am born, right?
Sarah, November 18th.
Yes, the Jukebox.
It's the Jukebox. It's the old Judy's.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. If you need
I got it. I just got to put it in my phone. I got to contact
my sister. Limo. I've got you, girl.
I got you too.
Too funny.
Oh, we're gonna have so much fun. I've been dying to meet you.
Yes, you too. You too. I mean, we planned a few times to try to meet up. And
right. It was just during the time when I had stuff going on with my mom and stuff. So.
I get it. I hope everything's okay now.
Yeah, we got the house sold and everything. So just day by day, just missing her. So. But this is why I like to go and be around people and love some music to help me get through it too. And I'm gonna write that down and be there. Try my best.
You came from like Tennessee
Metal weather permit.
Girl, I want to do that show, Tennessee Metal Fest.
Yeah,
Metal
you just came back from that.
Reach out to Raven. They're taking submissions right now.
Yeah, we just submitted not too long ago, so I'm hoping that they can get us on this year. That would be awesome.
I love
Savages.
them so
me and
much.
David also are going to talk. We did mention Sarah. It's kind of connecting me with certain people that I haven't talked to yet, and me and Raven are supposed to be talking about the Savages getting involved with Tennessee Devastation also.
So, that's an amazing event.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
Things are looking. I'll be there.
And they work so hard. They're amazing and hard workers.
They do.
Yeah.
And I love
that. They care about everybody, man. It's
everything they represent.
Right.
And they care about their fans and their band. And I love that.
They do. They pay all their bands. They let the vendors keep 100%. They're there to make sure everybody's safe and having a good time.
Love that. That's the reason why we submitted.
Right. It's family right there. And it's the most magical. I can't even explain, you guys. It's like the most magical feeling you'll ever experience at a festival. I know you guys had yours at Blue Ridge, but I'm telling you, this one is just very. There's something
this
there.
is going to be.
Yeah, I really hope Raven.
Very magical.
I hope that would be great. Yeah, that'd
Oh
be
yeah,
great.
I hope. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
So anything else you guys got coming up? Any other shows? Any more fests?
Well, we got something in the works right now.
We got something in the works in San Diego. But
kind of putting a.
We got to wait to announce it when everything's finalized. But that'll be in December. So all of our California fans out there, we do have a pretty nice base up there as well of fans. So they're going to be really excited to see us come back. We haven't been there since 18.
Yeah. And kind of a teaser on it. I mean, just kind of think burlesque and metal.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, after that, we're really just kind of focusing on the finishing the album, and then once that's released, we're in the works right now as well of creating a couple of tours for next year. So we're going to be doing different states, doing a circle about and things like this. So we're talking with a really big band right now that we're hoping that falls through the way it needs to, and if that does, then we'll be able to have that under our belt. Because, as a new band, that's kind of one of the big things you really need to have is, being able to go out there with a bigger band.
Right.
Exposure.
I try my best too to also include, like, if I know bigger bands, I try to get the underground bands that can relate to them. They both have great personalities. Hey, go check them out. Go check them out.
Yeah.
Now, really quick, I
don't know if we'd work out.
Right.
No big personality.
Really quick, one of the many things I wrote down I didn't get to bring up real quick. I'm going to crash course this one. I'm going to bring it up real quick. You guys did come to Illinois actually for Zero for the Zero.
Yes, we did. Shout out to Shadow Lords. Yes, we sure did.
That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was so beautiful up there.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It has its moments. But no, it's. I mean, other than being a flat land, the weather's usually pretty good, but sometimes it's just chaos.
But
I mean, you guys played with some really good bands. You guys played with Monroe. I love Monroe. They're from Rockford. They're badass. And the guys
are good.
Yeah,
they were so
great guys too.
Yeah, Monroe was phenomenal, and they're from Rockford. They're about 2 hours west of me.
Yeah, all the bands were awesome. All the bands were awesome.
Marks of Gray, same thing. Also from the Marks of Gray are badass. I love those guys. Everything about them. I've known them a long time. And they're just very down to earth and very chill in their little tux, shirts with their ties. And then they get on that stage and just fucking kill it. I love them to death.
Right. And it's good to be able to finally start getting over on the East Coast and doing some stuff and things like that. And kind of getting.
Now, was that your first time here in Illinois?
Yeah. We've been to Ohio.
You had to see Chicago.
No, we haven't got to see
Chicago yet.
No.
Friends, you will be.
Yeah, I think we drove.
We'll talk after the show.
Then we also Village now. Like they keep sending us things and like and they promote us and we're promoting them. I really love those guys. Like they're like Village
is badass.
Oh, they are very nice people too.
Yeah, I think one of the things that a lot of if there's anything to ever tell the younger generation of the metal, what to do is stay for your show, stay for the whole show.
Yeah.
Meet everyone, meet your fans, meet the venue owner, meet the crew that's putting everything on, the sound guy, thank him. Thank the stage light guy. Tell them to go up and tip the waitresses, and meet your bands and their fans. And this is a family unit when you really think about it. All of us are in it together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People like you that do podcasts and promote and things like this. Thank them for doing what they're doing to even help promote you to that next show.
Yeah.
We couldn't do what we do if we weren't connected the way we are.
Exactly.
So we couldn't do what we do without all you guys.
Networking.
Yeah.
Networking.
Right.
One big happy circle. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's so much more I can do for you than just podcast. We'll talk later.
Small world.
But
it's a very small world.
So Sarah, do you have anything else you'd like to ask?
No, I think I'm good here.
You good? All right, you guys. Thank you
Love
so
you
much
guys.
for taking the time
Thank
out.
you guys.
Savage Sunday.
Thank you for having us.
I can't wait to meet you.
We're gonna have to have a round 2 because I have a whole shit ton of questions still. I didn't even touch
Right.
it.
Part 2.
Yeah,
Hey, and
definitely
next
would
time-
love to meet you guys.
next time-
I
Next
think
time
we
we
will make
all
that
have
happen.
We'll send all these
Drinks.
together. Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Everybody will have the rest.
Here,
Yeah.
you guys are gonna give me some
Guys,
vodka.
so much.
You guys are killing me
I
over
got
here.
water.
It's only like 3:30, and I'm like,
Water.
damn,
I got
it's
water.
gonna be
I got pasta.
There you go. You'll give me a drink there. Go.
That's too funny. So if fans of now or in the past wanted to look up everything and anything about you guys, whether it's your information, your shows, your merch, what platforms can they go to?
I'm glad you asked
All
that.
of them.
We actually have a new website we're putting up. It's not launched yet, but we'll have brand new merch on there. We do have our CD.
Really cool merch.
Yeah, really cool merch coming. And then we have the Seven Deadly Sins album. You can get it through Rock Avenue Records USA, the website. Just go to the Rock Shop, and it's going to be right there. And then Faden will be available for purchase here soon. Actually, you can already purchase it on all the platforms like Spotify,
Spotify,
iTunes.
Yeah.
I hate Spotify just because they crush us as artists.
Yeah, that was
they
one of the things
do.
I was going to bring up. What Spotify did with your music.
They crush our artists, but we will have it available on our website for purchase soon. I think it'll be like 99 cents for the song. But yeah, like Facebook is our kind of Facebook is kind of our number one contact platform as we're like talking to people.
Yeah.
We have Instagram, TikTok. We just started that not too long ago. TikTok.
I'm getting ready to open one. I gotta open it.
All that fun stuff. And you can look us all up by Waking the Sleepers.
Yep. And look us
I'll
up on
find you.
YouTube and like our songs so that we can just blow it out so that
Yes.
2,000 will look like it's so
Oh,
little and we'll be like thousands and we'll be like,
Set the world on fire.
Wow. You hit a note. I was just like, oh my God.
Put us on fire.
Right? Hell yeah. So everybody, thank you for being here, fans.
Thank
Keep your
you.
ears peeled for the next album, Frequencies,
for
which
having
is
us. We
expected to be
appreciate it.
released in early
Thank you.
2024. Check out the new single release, Faden, which you just played the video. It's an awesome song towards their second album. Of course, they got their first album, Seven Deadly Sins. Definitely need to check that shit out. They made their voices heard immediately, and
They got to read our video.
Oh yeah, definitely check them out. They got some shows coming up. Hometown show in Kansas.
yeah.
Carol will be there.
I'm born there. I'm planning on it. That weather better not piss me off. You never know. I might just drive
be there.
anyway.
You gotta be there.
You might
Everyone
be
keep your ears
surprised.
peeled and your eyes and legs ready to fucking bounce. And
Oh,
everyone, thank you for being here today.
Can I stay with anybody? It would sure
Thank you.
help.
You can stay with me, girl.
Somebody
I got you.
kidnap me for a
Sarah
little
needs a
bit.
place to
I got
stay.
you. I
You got me.
couple boobies
I'm
waiting for you. How about that?
Fun.
That's too funny. They'll have your screwdrivers
Do it.
waiting for you too, sir.
Hell
Everyone,
yeah,
thank you
girl.
so much.
Aw.
Thank
Stick
you.
around. I want to talk to you guys afterward for a
Thank
minute.
you for having
All
us.
right,
Okay.
that's great. Thank you, guys.
And if
Man, love and
Bye,
respect.
everyone.
Subscribe to Waking the Sleeper and Savage Ladies of Metal YouTube and Facebook. Love everybody.
Rock
Peace out.
Savage Ladies.
Yes.
Aww.
Oh.